Welcome to Ellis Magazine.
On July 4th, 2026, America celebrates 250 years. This isn't just a moment to look back, it's a chance to look forward, together. To honor this milestone, Ellis Beatle Entertainment, Nahala Music, and BeatleGo presents E Pluribus Futurum, Out of Many, a Future. A brand new album filled with songs of unity, progress, and hope. It's a soundtrack for our next chapter, and it's our gift to you. Download the entire album for free. And the celebration doesn't stop there. Get ready for every picnic, parade, and family gathering with the America's 250th celebration collection from BeatleGo. From stylish apparel and eco-friendly socks to picnic blankets and pickleball sets for the whole family. Wear your spirit, share the moment. It's time to celebrate our future. On July 4th, 2026, download your free album, E Pluribus Futurum, and shop the exclusive 250th anniversary collection.
American pride, a beautiful.
Visit BeatleGo.com today. That's BeeTle-go.com.
BeatleGo, get up and go.
Yarns of the Infinates, What's Left Behind. Written by Samuel Kelly. Part 1. Below the foreboding autumn equinox sky, the Earth's equal darkness clung around the base of the last cove tree, an ancient and silent sentinel holding the knowledge of a universe on the brink of forgetting. Its gnarled roots extended like 1,000 grasping hands, desperate to hold on to the land it once nourished. Around those roots, the last of the Ceru stood in a tight, trembling circle, their breaths shallow, their weapons clenched. Despite the impenetrable darkness, they waited, not with fear, but with a charged electric anticipation for the enemy's next attack. The rain tore through the air like arrows, slamming into armor and skin with a wrathful rhythm, as if the Infinates themselves sought to drown out the last defiant heartbeat of this world. Among the Ceru, drenched but resolute, stood General Ellis Kroleonis, the sole surviving Berkshire Beetle and weary commander of the once mighty Ceruladon force. 6 months. That was how long he had been stationed here, fighting, bleeding, and losing piece after piece of what felt like an already broken future. The screams began again, agonizing, tortured cries that ricocheted through the marrow of his soul. The Ceru they had taken as captives were being destroyed, body and mind, their pain striking hard against the ears of their comrades. Weakness threatened to claw at Kroleonis's resolve. He'd seen the enemy's methods. They didn't kill to win, they brutalized to break. But this tree had to survive. Its history, their history, was too sacred. He swore then he would not falter. And in that moment, the sky answered, falling unnaturally still before exhaling a biting wind, one that sliced in defiance of the rain. The air throbbed with tension as flickers of movement appeared closer, bolder now. Enemy shapes congealed in the suffocating dark, advancing with spectral silence. The storm answered only with a bone-shaking groan, and the lanterns struggling against these unwelcome forces faltered and dimmed. The raw fear of the remaining 66 Ceru permeated the air. Kroleonis could feel it coursing through them like a shared pulse. They gritted their teeth, adjusted their gear, tightened grips on weapons. Some whispered prayers, others embraced the madness of the moment. Kroleonis smiled grimly beneath his helm, shaped as a fearsome minotaur, blackened by soot and wear. "Aye!" he roared suddenly, his voice like a war drum pounding through the storm. "One," responded the remaining Ceru in unison, their voices fusing into one defiant roar. One. They were one. Together they could still sharpen the night into a blade. There was a stirring behind him. Fadar, the Kov and eldest archivist of the Mother Tree, stepped forward. The old being's movements defied the frailty of its appearance, its bark-like flesh creaking yet unyielding. The air hummed with ancient power as Fadar's voice cut through the chaos, smooth yet booming, like a ripple of thunder. "This tree," Fadar began, his deep voice cutting through the tense storm. "This tree is older than memory, older than flesh. Its roots run deeper than war. They hold the stories of our ancestors, the echoes of who we were, of who we are. Without it, all we are is ash scattered to the void, but with it, we endure. Its roots understand our pain, and its branches share in our struggle. It has seen us rise and fall. It is not mere survival we fight for, it is significance. This tree, this mother, is the soul of our world, and today we decide if her voice will sing into tomorrow or be silenced forever. The cyst and the rot, that which mars you, which marks you, they are not curses. They are proof. Proof that you are vessels of the earth's truth. Proof that her power flows within you. You are Ceru. You are chosen because of this. Singular in quality. Singular in purpose. You were born not just to fight, but to protect all that binds us to this place, all that gives us meaning. When the enemy charges 20 to lone, do not falter. Do not break. Your cyst and rot will rise with you, and with it, the essence of our mother. Today is the day we etch a new chapter into the bark of history. Whether we stand or whether we fall, our sacrifice will seed the earth with hope. Where we end, new trees will grow, new warriors will rise. Our story will not be erased. We will be the root of its continuation. Remember this. You bear history on your shoulders. You carry the legacy of the cosmos in your veins. Now stand tall, warriors. Stand as one. I am one. A roar erupted in reply. Fadar's voice thundered above it, unrelenting. Say it with me. I, one. The warriors cried out as one voice. I won. Fadar's bark-like hand raised, steady and certain. May we seed to root. The 66 stood taller, shouts of I won, rising to a crescendo as weapons clanged and nerves steeled. Fadar, the beacon amidst the gloom, stood firm. The enemy's shadows surged as one. Their charge was chaos incarnate. Wind screamed now, scattering droplets of rain like shards of glass. Kroleonis took one step forward, his boots splashing through inch-deep puddles at the trench's edge. With a final glance at the Ceru who had sworn to stand with him, he released a sharp exhale, then vaulted, silent and swift, from the trench into the darkness, his form swallowed like a flame in a gale. The enemy surged onward, a wave against a dam, and the clash began. Part 2. The rain drummed against the earth like a relentless cascade of silver arrows, blurring the battlefield into mist and chaos. Ellis Kroleonis, the last known Berkshire beetle, surged forward into the icy storm, his massive frame a shadowy blur within the torrent. Beneath the horned visage of his soot-blackened helmet, green light gleamed from his eyes, dull at first, but with each enemy he felled, they grew brighter, sharper, blazing with an unnatural intensity. Around him, the bodies of the fallen piled high, their blood mingling with icy rain and mud as the ground swallowed them whole. Behind him, the last of the Ceru fought desperately, forming an unyielding barrier around the roots of the Mother Tree, the universe's final archive of history. 65 warriors stood their ground against unrelenting waves, each thrust of their blades a prayer to a future they might not see. Lights from their lanterns flickered across the twisted roots of the colossal tree, illuminating the scars of countless battles past. The air hummed with a crackling tension, as though creation itself held its breath for the outcome. Up above, beyond the Virgo supercluster, beyond your observable and the unobservable universe, Seer, Ra, Norik, and Moimik observed through the Cenobian gate overlooking the fray. Their forms shimmered faintly, more impression than substance, their glowing eyes locked on the figure cutting through their army like a specter of death. "Count them again, Ra," Norik commanded, his voice clipped with suspicion. "It's 66, Ra rasped, unwilling to meet their gaze. "Impossible," Seer spat. "It was 68. 3 cycles past, we counted them ourselves." He trembled, anger surging beneath his calculated demeanor. "This Berkshire beetle has outmaneuvered us at every turn. How can such defiance continue?" The 4 Infinates exchanged grim looks. Below, Kroleonis fought like the wrath of an ancient god, each swing of his blade a dance of precision and carnage. His glowing eyes cast an eerie, toxic light over his enemies, and whispers of unease rippled through the ranks of soldiers charging toward him. "Moi Meek," Seer hissed, his tone venomous. "Release the full army, every last soldier. Recall the reserves from Tabas's archive and send them all through the rift. This tree must fall. Now!" Moi Meek hesitated, a rare moment of uncertainty. His mind, a labyrinth of strategies, reeled. Kroleonis was not simply fighting. This was a distraction, a trap. His creator, Tabas Zebi, had prepared him too well. The Berkshire was dangerous, but he was also cunning. Moi Meek's thoughts churned. "If I were him," he murmured to himself, "what would I gain during this madness?" Shadows fleeing. A young boy, perhaps. A girl. Moi Meek's dark heart stuttered as realization struck. Kroleonis wasn't fighting to stand his ground. He was buying them time. Tabas had returned, his form materializing with an exhaustion that spoke of countless millennia and struggles untold. His sharp, discerning gaze found Kroleonis at once, his expression shifting from weariness to grim pride. The Berkshire warrior was taking ground. Below, among the blood and destruction, a ripple of energy ruptured the air. A shimmer manifested. From it stepped a lone figure, a young girl with icy eyes and a cold, commanding presence. Her very stride exuded power and finality, halting soldiers in their tracks as if an automaton's gears had suddenly jammed. It wasn't fear they felt, it was awe. "Are you the Infinates?" her voice rang out, slicing through the din of battle like a blade of crystal. Tabas's gaze locked onto her, recognition dawning in his weathered eyes. "We are," he answered, his voice steady despite his unease. "Tell me, who are you?" "I am Siba Nahala," she said simply, the title rolling off her tongue like thunder. Her words drove fear into the hearts of the 1,000 who watched from the Colosseum at the edges of the cosmos. Those 4 dreaded syllables lingered until Tabas found his voice. You are not." "I am," she retorted fiercely. "You called me Ceru. You called me a Kroleonis. But now I am Siba Nahala." Tabas faltered, reading the ice-cold certainty in her eyes. For the briefest moment, he smiled. This was not the end of his story. It was becoming something new. "Then choose," he said steadily. "Fight here and your friends perish. Leave now and they might live." She did not answer, not immediately. Instead, her gaze swept over the chaos, over Kroleonis in the midst of carnage, his glowing eyes brighter now, radiating a fierce unity with hers. And then she spoke. "I am Siba Nahala, last of the Krim," she declared once more, her grin sharp as frost. "And I will erase your existence." The shimmer behind her grew brighter, and then she disappeared into the air. Moments later, dark shadows fell over the battlefield. In the west, the last of the Agonians, the Siba Nahala, cut through the enemy's side with knife-like precision. They cut quickly to fight alongside their new general, Lisa Monique. However, when they saw the Berkshire beetle in the distance, they trembled but were glad that they were sided with the Kroleonis, relieved that he was not the enemy. They continued their dissection, their synchronization dreadful to behold. They fought like angels of vengeance, laying waste to the Natusians and Eschulian armies. Among them, Kroleonis broke through to his fellow Ceru, their unity ablaze against the night. Ceru and Nahala alike moved as one, an unstoppable force. Glowing green eyes poured into the darkness. In the frantic press of bodies and spirit, Juta, recently returned from her mission to the ancient island of Agitair, rejoined the battle for her birthplace and home. She fought now not from desperation, but with the surety of purpose, beside Ellis and all the threads of her lineage that refused to be broken. As the full force of the Natusian army poured onto the battlefield, increasing their size tenfold east of the mother tree, 7 creatures known as the Dulium smashed into the overwhelming army with such force it cracked like earth splitting in two. Kroleonis turned to Lisa, whose presence seemed almost celestial, a touchstone of fate in the chaos. Lisa's eyes, too, burned like beacons. She pointed skyward, her hand unwavering amid the storm. Kroleonis mirrored her gesture, raising his weapon and locking gazes with the Infinates. It was a moment foretold, and all around felt the world tipping toward its next legend. Far above, in the silent Colosseum, the Infinates recoiled. For the first time in eons, something other than boredom gripped them. "They are coming," Kier whispered hoarsely. And Tabis? He was already halfway back to his archive, smiling faintly as he whispered to himself, "This isn't the end, it's just the turning of the page." Yarns of the Infinates, What's Left Behind. Written by Samuel Kelly.
On July 4th, 2026, America celebrates 250 years. This isn't just a moment to look back, it's a chance to look forward, together. To honor this milestone, Ellis Beatle Entertainment, Nahala Music, and BeatleGo presents E Pluribus Futurum, Out of Many, a Future. A brand new album filled with songs of unity, progress, and hope. It's a soundtrack for our next chapter, and it's our gift to you. Download the entire album for free. And the celebration doesn't stop there. Get ready for every picnic, parade, and family gathering with the America's 250th celebration collection from BeatleGo. From stylish apparel and eco-friendly socks to picnic blankets and pickleball sets for the whole family. Wear your spirit, share the moment. It's time to celebrate our future. On July 4th, 2026, download your free album, E Pluribus Futurum, and shop the exclusive 250th anniversary collection.
American pride, a beautiful.
Visit BeatleGo.com today. That's BeeTle-go.com.
Beetle go, get out and go.
We've reached the close of another episode from Ellis Beatle Magazine Podcast, a place where creativity, storytelling, and nostalgia come together. If these reflections sparked memories or new ideas, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode packed with stories that celebrate the magic of imagination. Visit ellisbeatle.com for information about projects and features straight from our creative studio. And don't forget to stop by BeatleGo.com for a curated selection of camping and outdoor-themed products, while highlighting national parks, state parks, and recreation. Stay connected with us on Instagram. Find us at Ellis Beatle and at GoBeatleGo for a regular dose of inspiration and updates. Until next time, keep embracing your creativity and honoring the stories and experiences that shape you. Thanks for listening.